After realizing that the other part of my soul had exchanged me for money, because, in fact, I didn't know why. He simply disappeared after that last day where he came to tell me that I was the love of his life and it was that I needed. He just left and stopped responding. He got upset for insisting and blocked me from everywhere, but I see everything, and when I find out everything it traumatizes me. Imagine thinking like me, I became corrupted. I filled myself with hatred towards everything, especially money. I thought, because of the bad education that my parents and my family gave me, I did not know how to treat her correctly, sincerely. Outside I treated her like a friend because she was taller than me and that made me very sad, but I loved that she was tall. And although she told me that it was nonsense and that I should get it out of my head, she never understood me. She never understood why I wanted to get it out of my... Because of that, he never understood my problem and said it was stupid that I was perfect the way I was. Imagine starting to blame your family for that and for not having educated you financially at all and living from day to day because of bad decisions from the past and not being able to support ourselves properly as a couple. When she was already doing very well in her job, although it is worth emphasizing that the job she got thanks to me. Since I paid for her exam for her final internship and I was always there supporting her future. Something for which I never received a thank you. Imagine the ocean of doubts I went through for 6 months without any answers, trying to figure out, why? What did I do to you? What did I do wrong for you to not even give me an explanation? I got corrupted. I was filled with hatred and frustration. I began to hate money. I isolated myself. At some point I got a great job in maintenance at the Hard Rock Hotel in my city, but that's when I realized my trauma. Unconsciously I was looking to take my life away again. I realized why the 2 times I almost died were there, due to accidents that I was going to have because it suddenly appeared in my head. Because at that time she contacted me to tell me that she was proud of me for my new job. What the fuck? Proud of what? As if it were so difficult to get any job out there, at least for me it isn't. I hated her because she was working a beautiful sleeve on her leg tattoo. Why not be proud of that? Why not be proud of what I like to do or what I did for her? So, for me, I just emphasized that it was about money. And again she disappeared. And my accidents weren't going to be from thinking about her or something like that, no. Suddenly they played Billie Eilish songs with which we were intimate and her face automatically appeared in my head, and on one occasion I almost fell from a scaffolding of about 3 floors in the other. From the top floor of the building. So I decided to leave work and work on my trauma, and I became obsessed with death, but in a good way. It became my best friend. Again, nothing made sense. I didn't understand why I was going through this, if I should die or not, because I felt like I was nobody. That it was useless. I became obsessed with the idea that life is not worth it without death, and it would be foolish to fear it because it would be like fearing living. With the idea that what is the point of what we do if in the end we will die and take nothing with us. I became obsessed with why continue. In the end I decided not to take it off just for my cats and my mother and my grandmother. I didn't want to generate or make the cycle of pain and hatred bigger. However, I became obsessed with her to the point of understanding her and realizing that the true gift is a peaceful and honorable death. I realized the game through death, the game of life. Or should I say the punishment of living? The punishment of incarnating this plane again? Like the Egyptian scales that Anubis holds with a feather on one side and your heart on the other. If the feather weighs more than your heart, you will have to return to amend your guilt and the weight of your heart. Again and again. I will not elaborate on the philosophy and reality that I discovered after dealing with the death of my best friend. That deserves an in-depth video just to talk about it. So I preferred a solitary path, without a partner, without family, without friends, just me and my cats. At least until I can forgive myself for my mistake and in order not to depend on anyone, and until I can achieve it. But now here, completely bankrupt in every way. I only have my tools to create content. I have no desire to work outside and make money. I lasted a long time without tattooing because of the trauma. So I exiled myself more, and now I have fewer clients. I don't really feel like anything. I feel like a ghost, like I don't exist, and now, I like it. I even thought better of joining the army and generating respect, power and contacts, and working as a mercenary for some lodge or an important politician, or to become a special agent. I suppose that little by little in the darkness of my room making content I will gain the desire again to completely reign in my life and go away. At least by writing, I can leave behind all this hurricane in my head, so I can continue without so much weight. That's why I do it. I needed to breathe and express myself in some way that wasn't something that would ignite the trauma. Well, this was something I never fully shared with her. For me, no one dies on January 1st at 12 a.m. For me, they died the day they failed me and they didn't care how the hell I felt. Health.
Quizá, en el mundo ninja, aquellos que rompen las reglas son considerados basura. Pero aquellos que abandonan a sus amigos son aún peor que basura.